everyone, today I am going to be showing you a couple of books and doing a little bit of colouring in one of them as well. Now these are a couple of books that I was sent for my birthday by a very lovely friend, and they are made by an artist called Charlie's Hand. Now Charlie unfortunately has just closed her web shop, so you can't actually buy these anymore, but I thought I would just show you them anyway because they're really pretty and we just do some colouring. I just thought it'd be fun. So this is an example of her artwork on her card saying thank you for your order, but she has made these colouring books. Now these are volumes 3 and 4, so I can only assume that there are 2 others which were in production at some point in time, but I don't know about them. You know, I was sent them, so I did, and because her website is no longer up, I can't find out much information about her. I know a little bit from Facebook and things, but not a lot. So we've got these really nice designs. So this is the beginning, and we've got our This Book Belongs To. We've got some pretty rainbows and a little message there from the author, and our copyright. Now the paper is interesting. It feels to me, it's a little bit toothy, but it feels a bit shiny, as if I think this page doesn't, but this page does, and I think it might be the ink, the print that's shiny. It's a bit interesting. But here is the first picture, and we have a lovely hedgehog, but look at all those little details in there to colour. It's really interesting. So that's a lot of fine work, I think, and I actually think that some of these pages really lend themselves to being coloured in fine liners because there is a lot of small print. I mean, the book's quite big. What have I got here? I've got a planner, you can see that. I think it's A4. Hang on, I've got some A4 paper. Yeah, it's A4, which if you're in the UK, you'll know what that is. It's like our standard letter size. Okay, so for those in America, your standard letter size is a little bit different to ours. It's slightly thinner and longer, but you can get a vague idea. But I do like this hive. It's hard to think about colouring in all these little details. It looks quite black, but I think with lots of bright colours, it would really come alive. You know, this page. Oh, let's move across. So this one is interesting. I kind of work out what it is. I think it's the head of a stag, but made out of leaves. I'm pretty sure, yeah, we've got antlers and things. That's quite fun. And this one is just so cute. And we've got our little greenhouse, fun sky. I mean, it's slightly childish in its design, but I don't think that matters. I think we've got very bold black lines, which some people I know aren't keen on in colouring. I don't mind at all. And we've got a lot of gaps here. Like you could draw in some flowers or grass, you know, texture grass and things like that. This one is great fun. I know a lot of people like their sort of VW vans, and it's pretty cool. But actually this one for me is more attractive. That's a lot of detail. I'm not really into those vans. I mean, it's a car, you know, I'm not interested. But this one is great fun. So we've got a lovely beach hut, which is quite big. There's a lot of room to do your wood grain and things like that in there. And then you've got your sand dunes behind and things like that. And you've got water here as well with seaweed. So this is sort of underwater. So it's quite an interesting idea and fun. I think that's a good size for me for colouring as well. These are a bit small, but you know, it's fine. It's good. See, this one we've got a big sort of doodly bit here, which is huge and dark. Now I would not sure how I would approach that. I might do it all in one colour or do a pastel and then just pick out a few details or something, because it's quite fine. It's really interesting. And here we have a cute mermaid, great for May, mermaid, or we've passed that now, but anyway, she is really sweet and a good size, I would say, on that page. Now this one's lovely too. We have, I can't remember the name of these dolls, but although some of the detailing is not as small as some of the pages, this one though is. And I think though this one will be quite fun with a pen, with brightly coloured fine liners to do that. So you know, Now this one, big rainbow, really fun. So I think you would have a couple of options here. You could either actually colour out each detail, or you could just do your rainbow stripes over the top of it and then just let the black come through. Now this is a very pretty mandala. Again, it is quite black, but I think once there's colour in there, it will stand out. It's a matter of choosing the right colours, I think, for that. And we have a really pretty clock, which is just lovely. Look at this lion, and it isn't a double page. I thought it was for a moment, but actually the bunting doesn't match up, so they are single pages. So he's really fun. And we have the llama, and we've got a lot of decoration at the top, and then there's scope for drawing behind or background or not. And another nice mandala with a lovely smiley sun. We have a light bulb with a space scene. That's quite fun, isn't it? I think that's really cool. And what you could do, you know, you colour in your space theme, then do all your shine on the bulb to make it look like it's glass. Could be a challenge. These are very cute, full of doodly details though. So again, you'd need a fine point pen or something. I think because of the thick black lines, a pencil just might not be strong enough. But yeah, we'll see. And this one is very cute. We have rainbow and rain. Now, we have a page here to try out things, which I think is a really good idea. I'm going to do that now. I happen to have chosen some castle arts to have a go on this paper later. And I'm just going to have a go. They go down pretty well, I have to say. I'm quite impressed. So that's good. I shall use those in a bit, but I just thought I might as well have a go on the page. It hasn't gone through, which is nice, but we'll have a look at the other book and then I shall choose a picture to colour, whether it's from this one or that one, I'm not sure. So this is the volume 4. So we have the same sort of this book belongs to page. The paper feels the same, I'm sure it is. And we have a whole load of underwater doodles here, mermaid, submarine, lots of fish, several mermaid shells and seaweed, which is fun. I like this idea, jar of adventure. So we've got our camper van, trees, it's like we're on holiday, we've got camping scene there and things like that. That really is good fun. And we have a really interesting castle, clouds, hot air balloon thing going on. It's very imaginative, very different. And now we have another jar. This one's called Jar of Joy, which I love as well. Sun, rainbows, things like that. Really lovely idea. Very positive. And we have another similar picture here with, but we've got houses. That's quite fun, isn't it? And mushroom, lovely. And we have an underwater sort of jar. We've got our cork in the top. That's really fun. Submarine. And here we have another rainbow. She does like her rainbows, doesn't she? A cool lighthouse in a jar. I like that. Might do that one. And we have another mandala. We had a couple in the other book, Sunshine. Oh, beehives again. That's a nice one too. That's fun. And we have these look like honeycomb. But actually, there's a clip here as if it closes, as if it's a sort of compact of some sort. Or, you know, there's a hinge. It's really interesting, really interesting. And look at that, just full of doodles, all sorts of things. Now what you could do, I've only got 5 minutes, I'll colour that, or that, or that. So it's one of these pages where you can just grab a little bit and colour. And there's so many different things. We've got dinosaur, got bees, got whales, octopus, light bulb, sunshine, hamburger, camera, boat, rainbow, envelope. There's so many, a tape. That ages people. So many things. And now here we have a mandala. I'm trying to work out, we've got dinosaurs and smiley volcanoes. That's quite fun, quite fun. And we have some spooky houses here, quite Halloweeny. I think that's fun. Again, this is a sort of hinged box, which is just really interesting, so different. But I like the haunted house, cute ghosty idea. That's really fun. And we have a sort of space and a light bulb going on here, which is good fun. We have another hinged box, this time mermaids inside and other sea critters. And a corked bottle. He looks happy, doesn't he? What a jolly one. That's fun. Oh, dinosaurs. And this is also a hinged box. We have a volcano. I'd quite tempted to pop a rainbow in there, but you know, we'll see. I like this one, it's so cute. Jar of Love, we've got all these hearts. You could obviously do them different shades of red or pink or whatever. And it says ingredients: dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin. Caution, side effects include butterflies and tummy, love sickness and heightened risk of falling head over heels. It's very sweet. Lovely Valentine's-y themed picture. Great fun. We have a little whale floating away. And our last picture has lots of woodland critters. It is again quite a dark one, but I think you know, we've got logs, fox, badger, flowers, butterflies, squirrels, all sorts of woodland critters, and we've got a test page again. I'm going to go back to that page that jumped out at me, which was it the lighthouse? Yeah. So all the sun's coming across the desk. Yay. Now, oops. What I will just do is move the book across a bit, and we'll just do a bit. So this one will come in, so you can't see the sun. There we go. You might want to see the sun, but anyway. So I'm thinking lighthouse, red and white stripes. So I'm going to start with my Vermillion in the Castle Arts set. And should we do the how does it work? Is the bottom one red or is the next one red? I don't know. I'm going to do the bottom one red. Oh, this is quite pinky. Never mind. Now, I thought this paper might not be too good, but actually it seems fine to me. It isn't. I've had better paper, but I've had a lot worse. So what I'm trying to do is just fade the colour towards the centre of the lighthouse. So this was a lovely surprise getting these books from my friend. She's a girl that I knew from school. We were, I think from about second year of secondary, we became close friends, and sort of stayed in touch. We used to meet up regularly, and now not so much so. It's harder when you have families, I think, to meet up with people, especially as we don't live in the same town anymore. Not miles away, but you know, it makes it trickier. She's got a family, I've got a family, you know, and we don't have much in common anymore. You know, the job she does is nothing like the job I do, you know, so what do you sort of talk about? It's tricky. She has come round before and seen me and my husband, but she's got more in common with him than me now because they do similar jobs. Well, they work in the same place actually. They're not that, I don't know what she does, to be honest, but he works in IT and fixes the computers that she works on. So yeah, interesting. But she had a bit of a tough time recently, and I sent her a colouring book, and I sent her World of Flowers and some pencils, and we had a quick chat. She's not massively chatty. That's okay. We are not, all of us are, and I sent her and she appreciated it, and I think that's why she sent me these for my birthday. She's very kind, and I shall have fun with them. But yeah, we used to, gosh, yeah, going back, school, wow, long time ago. So I am 49, so it's quite a long time since I left school. And yeah, we sort of almost were forced together because we didn't have many friends. Like, I had one friend who got poorly and was never in, so I didn't have anyone to talk to really. My twin sister was in my class, but she didn't always want to buddy up. You know, she thought we should sort of branch out a bit and talk to other people, which is right. Should we do this a little bit up here? I'm going to come in a bit closer. Now I think I'm just going to do the windows. I'm wondering whether to do the windows. Oops, sorry. Do the windowsills in red, just because I can. And I'm going to make a nice bright yellow light coming from the window. I'm going to use the cadmium yellow light. Oops. I think you can see that. I don't know how blurred it is, sorry. The sun's shining off everything now. It's coming in, it's being naughty. Let's just do them bright. And we'll do the light. Now I think this is the light. So I'm going to do that as well. In this colour. But yeah, we sort of forced together in a way because no one else would talk to us. And but once we got to know each other, we hit it off really well, and we just got really close friends, which was nice. Perhaps that happens a lot, I don't really know. Now, we've got a door and we've got a fence and a balcony. I'm thinking, do we go grey? I'm going to do a little bit of grey, actually. The greys are quite dark in the castles, but we'll try. So this is called Cauldret Grey, but it's still quite dark. I just want to put a bit of shadow on the edge of this white bit so that it looks a little bit more curved. I'm going to try and really fade it like that. But yeah, she, I don't know, we just hit it off. We didn't even really like the same subjects. I know that she did geography for her degree and I did psychology. It's all quite different, but you know. Right, let's do the door frame in this grey and do the door and the balcony in the same colour, I think. I'm going to do the balcony actually in this grey. I'm going to try and fade it towards the middle a bit, make it look like it might be metal, but I'm not going to bother with those, they're quite small. There we go. I shall leave that for a minute. So I'm going to use a dark brown. I think we've got this burnt umber, and for the door, I don't know why, I think it should be wood. But I'm sure it wouldn't be sensible having a wooden door on a lighthouse. Surely the sea spray would rot it. But anyway, what else would you make it of? Metal? Looks like it's wood. I want it to be wood. And this bit. So I'm going to do a darker edge and then a bit lighter as we go in, just to make it look, because it's going around the lighthouse, it should be rounded. I don't know if we can really get that illusion. And also in here, there's a bit in there, but not there. That bit's a bit of that. Never mind. And here, what I'm going to do is do that top bit in the grey, I think. I don't want to add in too many colours. I'll show you the top bit. So I'm going to use the cool grey again. But yeah, she said she would not been very well, which is a shame. But hopefully she'll get herself sorted out. She's trying out some different types of medication. So hopefully. I just think I'm very lucky that I've been okay health-wise. We have type 2 diabetes running in our family, and I'm aware of that. Not everybody gets it. It doesn't seem to be a dominant thing. You know, like my aunts and uncles, most of them have it. My mum's aunts, brothers and sisters, that is. But my cousins, some of them are getting it and some of them aren't. And it's very hard to tell who's going to and who's not. So I just try really hard to look after myself. I'm going to do this cute little house. I'm going to do the grey roof. I try very hard to eat well and that sort of thing. I haven't been doing enough exercise lately. I need to start doing that more. Had a walk this morning, so it was not far. I'm going to use the burnt umber for the door so it matches this one. Yeah, I didn't walk far, but better than nothing. And I just need to do a bit more, get back into the habit of doing it. So I'd like to do the house red, but that's red. Or do I do it? Can't decide. I'm going to do it red. Go with my first instinct and go red. Perhaps do it lighter. I'll do a light layer of red and see how that looks. Might just look a bit wishy-washy. We'll see. As you can see, you might be able to see anyway. I'm trying to be fairly close in, but not too much. I can't. Oops. Yeah. Let's go in a bit more. There we go. You can see there's a fair bit of paper showing through, but as I said, it's got a bit of tooth to it, but I don't really mind. I think it looks too pink. I'm going to go a bit darker. Oops. Apparently down onto the steps. But oh, it's a fun picture, isn't it? I think windowsill. See, we did these windowsills in red and now we've got a red house. Perhaps I will, and I'll just push down a bit. But you can quite easily get a nice dark colour if you want to. I'm going to do a bit of shadow under the roof. There we go. And we want a yellow window, of course, like these. Now, one thing I was going to try was to see how smudgy the black ink was. Now, we've got the test page at the back. Oh, sorry. There's some writing on it here. And I thought I would see, oh, that's the cover. I won't do it on the cover, we'll do it on the actual paper. I would see how smudgy it was. So I've got a Prismacolor blender. Now, they're quite bad for smudging ink. Yeah, look. But I had to press quite hard. And I've got another blender here. This is a Staedtler. Yeah, it does. So going to have to watch that. But if we use a coloured pencil over it, let's use a white. What have I got here? I've got my luminance white. Would it smudge? No. So it's only smudges with a blender. So that's well worth knowing that that it's okay with a. I'm going to do the steps. I'm going to do them in the grey. Or should we? No, we'll do a different colour. Excuse me reaching over, sorry, I moved my pencils out of the way. We're going to use the Davy's grey. It's a slightly browny grey. I wouldn't say it was quite a French grey, using my Prismas now quite a bit, so getting more familiar with them, but it's definitely a warm grey. It's just a little bit different, and it'll work because we've got these browns here, so it'll work with that. It's quite fun. We've got that little flag there to do. Can you see? Yeah, it's in shot. I'm just going to over colour these areas a bit. I wonder what to colour to do that. It's really tempting to do it red, but I think we've overdone the red a bit. What is interesting about this design, you can't see because I'm zoomed in, but the clouds, some of them are outside of the light bulb and some of them are inside. So there's some thought to go into there. Oops, hang on. A lovely new brush, very useful. Now I've got two, one for my desk and one for in here. It's really, really useful. And carry them back and forth all the time. I always forget. So now I've got two. I doubled up on a few of my things, so I've got some things in here in my recording room and some in my colouring area. Things like white pens, blenders, you know, sharpeners, that sort of thing, so that it made it easier for me. we go. Oops. Now we're going to do a bit of water before I finish, I think. Be fun, although time's getting on a bit. Ooh, I'm just losing my slipper. Right, you don't need to know, do you? I think I'd quite like to do, oh, we've got another step there. It goes into the sea. I thought I would do the sea in stripes. So each of these sort of layers of sea would be a different colour. I thought that would be fun. I haven't decided on the flag colour, so I'm avoiding that. but anyway, there may be a possibility, if you do really like these books, that there might be some available second hand, of course. I mean, I assume there was a very limited print run of them, but if she's closed down her shop, I mean, she might sell, they might be on Etsy or something like that. I will do a little bit of digging around, and if I find any links to any, I will let you know, in case you're interested. I'm going to do the top of the flag. Oh, you just can't see that circular bit in this grey, not in this grey, that's Davy's grey, no, in this cool grey. Oops, there we go. I can try and make it a bit darker on the outside than the middle to make it look like it's a rounded thing. And I'm going to do the flag in red. I just want to. I know we've overdone red a lot. I'm going to do it really vibrant. Now what I've decided I'm going to do with this page is I'm going to do the background in some pastel in blue all around the light bulb, and then leave the clouds white. Now we also, and let's do the sea before I talk you through the rest. I want to do it in a sort of ultramarine type colour, so I'm going to go with the ultramarine light first and do my first row, which is actually quite small. Now I wasn't sure whether to shade it, so make it darker near the edge of the light bulb and lighter towards the centre, but I'm not sure. I think I might just block it in. Now with a slightly more toothy paper, sometimes it's nice to have a blender or a burnisher just to sort of push layers in. But I think a couple of layers and it looks bold enough for my liking. Sorry, you can't see all of it, it's slightly out of shot. But anyway, we'll do this side. I'm not going to go too much more. The sun's coming across the page. I'm going to have to shut the blind and fiddle around with the lighting a little bit before I do go much further. So that's that one, and then I'll do it here and here as well, like this. And it's just quite hard colouring really. I'm not doing any shading. I think some of the design way that it's drawn, it sort of wants you to just do a, you know, no shading, and that's okay. It's all about just having fun and relaxing. It doesn't have to be a professional standard to be hung in a gallery. It's just for our own pleasure. Gosh, I didn't know it was going to be really sunny today. It's going to get quite hot, I think. Might have to open some doors and windows, maybe. Problem is all the insects start getting in. I don't know why in the UK we don't. I'm going to leave that there, or else I'm going to be just doing it for ages. So that's that colour. And I'm going to pick another colour for the other waves. Now you could go green, to sort of bluey green. You could go purple. I'm just having a look at what I've got. I think I'm going to go ultramarine violet. I think the purple, the tone, will go with the red. That's my thought. So I'll show you. You see, it's not like massively purple, but I think it's just fun. So I'm not going to do much more of this now. I'm just going to show you that's my idea, to sort of vary that. And whoops, I'm just going to pull this down so you can see more of it. Whoop. So here we go, we're nearly done. So, sorry the sun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do these stripes behind the lighthouse in sky blue tones. Okay, rather than it looking like, I can't tell whether it's supposed to be the light streaming out, and it's night time. That's the only thing. It could do it in yellows, but we've got stars. So what I think I was going to do, maybe, I don't want it too dark either. So maybe I will do sort of, I've got lots of really dark blues anyway. I could do indigo. Oh, that's Delft blue. What have I actually got? Don't have lots of dark blues. I've only got sky blue. I've got an indigo light. So maybe I'll go indigo light and sky blue, alternate. Do the stars and these. I'm not sure what these are supposed to be. What's interesting is we've got stars on this side and these things on this side. So I'm not sure. But I think I'll do them all in either gold or silver in as glitter pens, something like that. I'll do this in pencil. And then, as I say, a blue background in pastel. That's my plan at the moment, but it may all change. But that's me so far. I am going to finish this picture, and obviously I will share it with you as I always do on Facebook or Instagram, something like that, you know. But I thought we'd just do a little bit of colouring so you could hear me natter on, and we could do a little bit. But thank you so much for watching. I hope that was okay. Do enjoy the rest of your day and happy colouring.